Om Aganda Timarandasya Ganajana Shivakaya Chakshur Umlitam Yena Tajma Shri Gurave Namaha. I was born in the darkest of ignorance, and my spiritual master opened my eyes with the torch of knowledge. I offer my respectful obeisances unto him.
Krishna Kirtana Ganana Tanapano.
Welcome to this video presentation of the Bhagavad Gita as it is. I am happy to share this timeless wisdom contained in this book with you. In the spring of 1975, I went to visit a friend. When I was getting ready to leave, as I was walking through his house, I noticed this book sitting on his dining room table. I didn't know what the book was, but the cover attracted me, and something inside me was telling me that I should get this book. So sometime that same day, I went to the bookstore located in the mall. When I got to the entrance of the bookstore, I looked across to the other side where the cash registers were located, and I saw that same book, this book, sitting on a stand right next to the cash register. I walked up and told the employee that I would like to buy that book right there. It opened my eyes to the timeless treasure that I want to share with you. The Bhagavad Gita was spoken 5,000 years ago on the battlefield at Kurukshetra in India. Bhagavad Gita is part of the Vedic epic called the Mahabharata. Maha meaning great, and Bharat being the name of the emperor who once ruled the earth. This battle was between family members who were fighting for rule of the entire planet. The battle lasted 18 days, but right before the fighting started, Krishna, the Supreme Personality of Godhead, having accepted the role of chariot driver for his dear friend and disciple Arjuna, spoke the Bhagavad Gita to alleviate the moral dilemma created by such a horrific battle. Bhagavad Gita literally means the Song of God. The whole series of events leading up to this battle were personally orchestrated by the Lord so that he could reintroduce true religious principles into human society. Whenever and wherever society abandons religious principles and adopts a godless philosophy simply based on unrestrained materialism, the Lord either descends himself or sends his confidential representative in order to reestablish pure religious principles based on reawakening our loving relationship with him. There have been many translations and commentaries on the ageless wisdom contained in the Bhagavad Gita. However, unless this knowledge of the science of self-realization is imparted by a bona fide representative of the Lord, any attempt to understand the true meaning of the Bhagavad Gita will be unsuccessful. As a basis for this presentation, I have chosen the translations and purports of His Divine Grace, A.C. Bhaktivedanta Swami Prabhupada, a pure devotee of Lord Krishna, coming in an authorized line of disciplic succession. A.C. Bhaktivedanta Swami Prabhupada appeared in this world in 1896 in Calcutta, India. He first met his spiritual master, Srila Bhaktisiddhanta Saraswati Goswami in 1922 and became his student. 11 years later, in 1933, at Allahabad, he became his initiated disciple. At the first meeting in 1822, Srila Bhaktisiddhanta Saraswati Thakur requested Srila Prabhupada to broadcast Vedic knowledge in the English language. In 1950, at the age of 54, Srila Prabhupada adopted the first stage of renunciation called Vanaprastha, retiring from family life to devote more time to his studies and writing. In 1959, he accepted the fully renounced order of life, sannyas, and began his life's work and masterpiece, a multi-volume translation and commentary on the 18,000-verse Srimad Bhagavatam. In 1965, after 3 volumes of the Bhagavatam were completed, Srila Prabhupada came to the United States to fulfill the mission and instructions of his spiritual master. Subsequently, he wrote more than 60 additional volumes of authoritative translations and commentaries on the great Vedic scriptures, of which this Bhagavad Gita is one. Srila Prabhupada left this planet in 1977. The following is a short lecture by His Divine Grace A.C. Bhaktivedanta Swami Prabhupada, giving a thoughtful introduction to this timeless treasure of spiritual knowledge.
I shall speak on Bhagavad Gita as it is. The purpose of saying Bhagavad Gita as it is explained that there are many editions of Bhagavad Gita. They have interpreted in their own way, giving up the spirit of Bhagavad Gita. So, this particular name, as it is, significant. Perhaps there is no other edition of Bhagavad Gita where it is written as it is. In this connection, Professor Dimmock of Chicago University has written a foreword, and he very much appreciates the theme. He says, Swami Bhaktivedanta comments upon the Gita from this point of view, and that is legitimate. She accepts that Bhagavad Gita as it is legitimate presentation of the great book of knowledge. He also says, more than that, in this translation, the Western reader has the unique opportunity of seeing how a Krishna devotee interprets his own text. So, about Krishna, the devotees actually can interpret about Krishna book. Others, if they are not devotee, how they can interpret on Krishna? Just like a member of a family can say very nicely about the head of the family, how outsiders can say about the family. That is not possible. Similarly, about Krishna, a Krishna devotee can speak nicely, not others. Others have no right to speak about Krishna. Krishna also admits Arjuna as the right student of Bhagavad Gita. In the beginning, Krishna says that I have selected you as my student because you are my friend and you are my devotee. So, in other words, we can understand that Bhagavad Gita can be understood who has intimate relationship with Krishna. So Krishna says, you are my dear friend. That is intimate relationship with Krishna. Without becoming a devotee, nobody can be intimately related with Krishna. These are the factors to be understood. So, this Bhagavad Gita was spoken 5,000 years ago to Arjuna in the battlefield of Kurukshetra, and the science of understanding God is there in this Bhagavad Gita. Bhagavad Gita is the science of God. Everything has got some science, scientific book. So, to understand that particular subject matter. Similarly, there are different types of concept of God. Generally, they take it as an idea, but we don't take it as idea. We take God as concrete fact. Just like you are seeing me, I am seeing you. This is concrete fact. Similarly, a God can be seen by you, and God is already seeing you. There is no doubt about it. But you can see also God. That process we have to understand, how to see God. That process is mentioned in all the Vedic scripture. That is called Bhakti Yoga, that process. Krishna also says in the Bhagavad Gita, Bhaktyamam abhijanati javan jasyami tatra. If anyone wants to know Krishna, what he is, then one has to accept the process of Bhakti Yoga. There are different types of yogas. Yoga means linking oneself with the Supreme Personality of Godhead. So, speculative yoga will not help us. You have to take concrete yoga. Concrete yoga is Krishna consciousness. So, we have given our introduction of the Bhagavad Gita that one has to understand Bhagavad Gita as it is directed in the Bhagavad Gita. There is direction how to read Bhagavad Gita. People are reading Bhagavad Gita without taking the direction. This we have explained in the manner that if you take some medicine, there is some direction on the bottle that this is the dose. You take so many drops, so many times, that is direction. Similarly, for understanding Bhagavad Gita actually, you have to accept the direction as given by the author himself, Krishna. He says that long, long ago, some 40 millions of years ago, he first spoke this Bhagavad Gita to the sun god. And sun god transmitted the knowledge to his son Manu. And Manu transmitted the knowledge to his son Ikhaku. Imam vivassati yugam prattavan aham abhayam. Vivashan manave praha manu Ikhaga vibravit. So, the Rajarshis, they are all kings. Manu is king. Maharaj Ikhaku is also king. And the sun god Vivashan, he is also king. He is the king of the sun planet, and his grandson Ikhaku became the king of this planet, Maharaj Ikhaku. In this dynasty, which is known as Raghuvansha, Lord Ramchandra appeared. This is a very old monarchical family. Ikhaku Vansha, Raghuvansha. Vansha means family. So, formerly, the kings, the head of the administrative executive, they used to learn the thesis or the injunction given by God. According to Bhagavad Gita, only a devotee of Krishna, a person who is intimately related with Krishna, he can understand what is Bhagavad Gita. Krishna Arjuna, after hearing Bhagavad Gita from Krishna, he addressed him as Parabrahma, Param Dhama, Pavitram, Paramam Bhava, Purusham, Shasatam, Divyam, Adi Devam, Ajam, Vivam. He understood Krishna as Parabrahma. Parabrahma means the supreme truth, absolute truth, Parabrahma. Brahma, the living entities, they are also called Brahma. But living entities are not Parabrahma. Parabrahma means supreme. So Arjuna addressed him as Parabrahma and Param Dhama. Param Dhama means the resting place of everything. Everything is resting on the energy of the Supreme Law. Therefore, he is called Param Dhama. Just like all these planets are resting on the sunshine, sunshine is the energy of the sun globe. Similarly, this material energy is Krishna's energy. Everything is material or spiritual. Everything is resting on Krishna's energy. The resting place is Krishna's energy. In another place, Krishna says, Maya tatamidam sarvam jagat abhakta murtina masthani sarvabhutani nahang teshu avasthita. Krishna says that in my impersonal feature, I am spread everywhere, all pervading. God is all pervading by his impersonal feature, namely his energy. The example is given just like heat is the energy of fire. So fire spreads by his heat and light. The fire is one place, but the heat and light is spreading. Similarly, Krishna is in his own abode, which is called Goloka Vrindavan. There is a planet in the spiritual world, the topmost planet. As the topmost planet within this universe is called Brahmaloka. Similarly, in the spiritual sky, there is the topmost planet which is called Goloka Vrindavan. That is Krishna's place. Krishna is there, but he can expand himself by his different types of energies and by his different types of incarnation. It does not mean that when Krishna was present on this planet, Krishna was absent in Golok Vrindavan. No, it is not like that. Just like I am now present here, I am absent in my apartment. Krishna is not like that. Krishna can be present everywhere. At the same time, he can remain in his own abode. That is described in the Brahma Samhita. Goloka eva nivasati akhilatma bhuta. Although he is in his abode, which is known as Goloka Vrindavan, he can expand himself everywhere. And actually he has done it. So we must know how he is expanded, in which way he is in contact with us. That is the science. In Bhagavad Gita, these things are explained. So Krishna is addressed as Param Dham, the resting place of everything. Everything is resting. Krishna also says, Masthani Sarvabhutani. Everything, material manifestation, is resting on him. Nahang Teshu Avasthita, but I am not there. This contradictory thing. Everything is resting on him, but I am not there. But it is not contradictory. It is very simple to understand. Just like all the planets, they are resting on sunshine. But the sun is far away from the planets. Some millions of miles away. But resting on the sunshine means resting on the sun. That's a fact. Therefore Krishna says, Masthani sarvabhutani nahang teshu avasthita parabrahma param dhama pavitram. Pavitra means uncontaminated. When we come to this material world, we are also spirit soul, Brahma, not exactly as good as Parabrahma, Krishna, but still, because we are part and parcel of Krishna, we are also Brahma, Pavitra. Pavitra means pure. Just like the particle of gold is also gold. If gold is pure, the particle is also pure. So, Krishna comes to this world. We also come to this world. But we are contaminated. But Krishna is not contaminated. The example is, just like in the prison house, there are many prisoners, but if the king or some king's representative minister goes into the prison to inspect things, how things are going on, it does not mean that the king or his minister is also a prisoner. He is not prisoner. But we, living entities, we have been entangled with these material modes of nature. But Krishna never becomes involved in these modes of material nature. Therefore he is called Pavitram Paramam. Absolute, pure, Bhavan. Bhavan means you, your Lordship. And Purusham. Purusham, he is addressed as a person. God is never in person. God is person. Exactly a person like you and me. And when he appeared on this planet, exactly like a human being, 2 hands, 2 legs, walking like human being, talking, behaving like human being, everything. So, God is Purusha. Purusha means man. I mean to say male, not female. Male. Without becoming male, one cannot be enjoyer. In another place, it is stated that Krishna is the supreme enjoyer. As soon as the word is used, enjoy. He must be Purusha, male. So that is described. Arjuna understood it. He is a Purusha, Param Purusha, the Supreme Person. In another place, Krishna is described as Purushottam, the best of the males. Therefore, the process is Maya Shaktamana, developing Krishna consciousness. Maya Shaktamana Pratham Jugam Junyan Madasaya. This is the yoga. Yoga means connect. Yogang Junyan. That yoga should be practiced in connection with Krishna. Therefore he said, Mat Asra. Mat means me or mine. Asra means taking shelter. So either take shelter of Krishna or Krishna's representative. Because it is not possible for us to take shelter of Krishna because Krishna is not present at the present moment. But his representative is there. So one has to take shelter of his representative and practice Bhakti Yoga, concentrating his mind on Krishna. This is called Krishna consciousness. One has to take shelter of a person whose life is devoted to Krishna, and under his direction we have to practice how to develop Krishna consciousness, and then Krishna will be revealed.
That concludes the introduction of the Bhagavad Gita. Thank you for watching. Hope you return where we will discuss Chapter 1, Observing the Armies on the Battlefield of Kurukshetra. Hare Krishna.
Bande Rupa Sanatana Raghunathan Sri Jiva Gopalakam Krishna Kirtana Ganana Tana Param Premam Dhira Dhira Jana Priya Priya Kanam Nima Sajam Pujito Krishna Kirtana Gana